I first sat down to do these videos, I initially started on the upcoming series, Structural Collapse and Coherence. It quickly became apparent that an orientation video was needed for people to understand concepts such as the original divine human template and the human operating system. I initially expected the orientation to be one, maybe two videos. Perception led me, though. One video naturally led to another video, and so on. It was not planned, it was not accidental, it was coherent. The natural internal sequence emerged. The past videos are an orientation series about the coherence framework. The next series arc is structural collapse and coherence. Before we move into the structural collapse and coherence series arc, and I will call that arc for short, it is important to understand the order you have been experiencing, because nothing in this structure is accidental. The orientation videos were not designed to teach. They were designed to prepare the human operating system so the next series arc can work without creating resistance, confusion, or overload. The upcoming arc is not a continuation of the orientation. It is the next phase of a sequence. So here's how they connect. The purpose of the orientation series was simple. Restore access to your internal signals before anything deeper begins. Each video did one specific job. Perception videos restored the ability to recognize what is happening now. Direct knowing versus intuition clarified which signals stabilize recognition and which interpret it. Silence to trust to action removed the urgency loops that make clarity feel unsafe. Direct knowing versus coherence established the difference between stabilizing recognition and living from alignment. Coherence-based decision-making and action without urgency showed how movement emerges when the system is no longer managing itself. The full internal sequence gave you the map you've been operating from all along. Together, those videos removed the minimum interference required to begin the upcoming arc without collapse or identity defense. The orientation phase was the reset. The upcoming arc is the restructure. The upcoming arc assumes three things are already present. You can sense what's actually happening without needing to interpret it. You can tell the difference between perception, direct knowing, coherence, and intuition. Silence and non-urgency no longer feel threatening. The upcoming arc is not where you learn these things. It is where these capacities are used. Without the orientation phase, the arc would be misinterpreted as emotional work, identity change, self-improvement, healing, mindset, training. None of those are accurate. The upcoming arc removes layers of interference. It does not teach the basics. It relies on them. The upcoming arc unfolds in 4 sections, each removing a deeper layer of distortion. And this may evolve and change as we go deeper. Section 1, internal signal restoration. The system stops overriding perception. You begin noticing what you previously filtered or dismissed. Coherence reappears before you feel ready. Section 2, identity load collapse. Roles, self-definitions, and stability strategies loosen. Exhaustion becomes structural rather than personal. Identity becomes optional rather than required. Section 3, emotional and social decoupling. Obligation drops. Auto adjustment fades. External expectations stop shaping internal truth. Section 4, coherent movement. Action becomes quiet. Decisions lose weight. Urgency dissolves. Life simplifies without effort. The arc works because interference is removed in the correct order. This order cannot be skipped. This sequence matters. If perception is not restored, the arc becomes confusing. If direct knowing is not understood, coherence is misread as intuition. If silence is not trusted, non-movement feels like failure. If urgency is still active, timing collapses. If the internal sequence is unclear, each section feels like something going wrong. The arc requires the orientation videos because they establish the language of the system, the structure of the internal signals, the stability needed for layers to fall away, the recognition of what clarity feels like without emotion, the safety required for identity loosening, and the capacity to let action emerge instead of chasing it. Everything rests on that foundation. So what happens now? The orientation series opened the door. The upcoming arc walks you through it. Nothing is added, nothing is built, nothing is improved. Interference is removed. Layers collapse. Timing restores. Clarity stabilizes. The result is not a better self. It is a quieter system that no longer contradicts itself. The orientation prepared you to see it. The upcoming arc will show you what remains when the noise is gone. This is the sequence. Now the upcoming arc can begin.